We're trying our best to make sure that they go the right direction and lead good lives, so that maybe one day they may also in turn give back to sponsor kids that may need it too, because I'm sure there have been previous accounts of sponsored kids who have also done the same thing. So, I'm just happy to be here, to be a voice for World Vision, and to inspire my followers or whoever's listening out there na sana one day they can sponsor a child. So this campaign, I hope you guys support it. I hope you guys join us, and maybe you guys can also sponsor a kid. Kahit mag-iisa lang kayo, that can help us so that we can achieve our goal and make the Philippines a better place, one kid at a time. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. That was very inspiring. And now let's call on another World Vision National Ambassador, Ms. Tippy Dos Santos.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Once again, my name is Tippy Dos Santos, and well, I've been a World Vision Ambassador since 2009, so almost half my life. But my parents have been World Vision sponsors ever since they were living in the States. So World Vision has always been a part of my life, more than 28 years na rin. And I was just thinking, as I was watching the video of Ronnie earlier, or the whole campaign video, one word that really strikes me is hope, and that all of us, we are the hope of people who are in need right now. And when you look at Ronnie, diba, parang ang daming nahihirapan sa buhay. They walk to school, they walk an hour. I myself, I have an inaanak in Quezon who walks to school, and he's 7 years old, and it takes him about 30-40 minutes to get there. And education is so reachable for us. Our parents take us to school, or we have to work for it. But education for many people in the Philippines or children is really difficult just to get to, what more to get into. So we are the hope of these children, and like Jasmine was saying earlier, the Philippines is in chaos right now. I know we all have different political views or whatever that is, but once I check your Facebook, we all have different statuses there. But at the end of the day, as the cliche of the song goes, the children are our future. Diba? You can sing that again and again, but it's so true, and it isn't only life-changing for them, but once you do that 25 pesos a day, minus 2 extra rice, or bawasan ng Starbucks, you can change lives of children who you won't even really get to personally see, but you know that they are making a difference in the lives of their family. So I urge you to please write about it, post it on social media, because it takes one child to make a huge difference in the Philippines. So if you can sponsor a child, do it. Or if you can't sponsor a child right now, urge someone else to do it, because if we all just connect, post, write, talk about it, we're going to make a difference in the Philippines. So that's it. I hope you all have a good day.
Thank you. Very heartwarming. Thank you, Tippy. And lastly, we have World Vision Ambassador for Child Sponsorship, Ms. Joyce Pring.
What they said po. So, good morning, ladies and gents. First of all, we'd like to thank you guys for joining us this morning as we launch 2,000 Kids in 1,000 Hours. My name is Joyce Pring, and I'm honored to be a part of World Vision. I just would like to tell you, since the two ladies already talked about how you can change lives through child sponsorship, my story as to why I started sponsoring a child at 18 years old while I was still studying in UP. I actually grew up in Balot, Tondo, Manila, and I was surrounded in poverty and with children who had no place to stay, no education, and no proper way to actually go about their lives. The only difference was I actually had a mom who was an OFW, and I had that sponsorship from my family. I was in Tondo, I was surrounded by poverty, but I was fortunate enough to have a family that would sponsor for me. So what we're offering you now is that opportunity to change a child's life, to give them hope, to give them a future, to encourage them that no matter where they come from, no matter what they have or don't have in their lives, it no longer defines them. What defines them is the love of Christ for them, and at the same time that there are people who are actually willing enough to spare a little bit of what they have to be able for them to have a better future. So here in World Vision, that's what we support, and that's what we advocate for you guys to also realize that at the end of the day, whatever's happening in this country, whatever's happening in the world, all we have really is each other. What we have is each other to help each other out and to also make this world a better place. So maraming salamat po ulit. We hope that you can support this program, not for us, not for World Vision, but for the children and their families. Thank you.
Thank you, Joyce. I also heard that she recently celebrated her birthday in a World Vision community. So our gratitude, and TP also, yes. Our gratitude is actually really overflowing towards our ambassadors, and especially to these 3 beautiful young ladies with us today. And we are indeed all together in fighting poverty, as they said, though, one child at a time and one community at a time. Well, in fact, we have 3 ambassadors here, but in fact, other World Vision ambassadors